basically going through all 5 trophies in a row, and you know, from the track menu, not from the you know, adventure mode. So once you complete the adventure mode, you can do all 5 trophies, and that's what the players are going to be doing. So just going into the menu, do all 5 trophies, which means they're going to go through all 20 tracks, which without including the bosses, obviously. But they're gonna do all 20 regular tracks as fast as possible. Yo, I rolled. Thanks. Yeah. So far, BlueSox with the lead. I believe there's a little bit of delay between both streams. So oh, and Fish with a bunch of water. That's no bueno. And we're gonna get through stream syncs up, yeah. So, BlueSox is just a tiny bit of lead right now, about 2 seconds. Angelique was the easiest track though, so everything after that will get harder, and most likely we will see some mistakes and back and forth between the runners. Both runners not going for what we call canyonless, which is getting the balloon on the right side of the cavern, and then drifting sharply to the left into the zipper, and then using the balloon over a little gap. It's pretty hard to do, and yeah, both runners opting not to go for it. Oh, but Fish falling into the water. I didn't quite see what he did, but I assume he missed the zipper. That's actually a pretty big time loss. When you drive the car into the water, it just takes forever to go. You know, you have basically almost no speed, and it just takes forever to go across a little pound of water. Oh what did Fish get? What is happening to Fish? I think he got shot midair. That was crazy. Lot of trolling going on.
Jungle Falls.
So yeah, BlueSox keeping it pretty safe. I don't think I've seen him do any mistake, didn't get hit by any AI. But did miss that zipper.
Lap 2.
Jungle Falls is a very fast track if you hit all the zippers. So if BlueSox keeps missing them and bunking like that, Doctorfeesh can definitely catch up. And he's already catch up quite a few seconds.
Final lap.
Oh, and now bunking to the AI. Fish as well. It's actually pretty hard to deal with the AI at that point. And it seems like about 4-second difference. And it was about 8 entering that track, so Doctorfeesh making up quite some ground here. And then both are going to try to go out of bounds. BlueSox is successful, and Doctorfeesh is as well. Oh, but with the loop, gotta be careful not to loop back in bounds, because I've definitely done that before. And that's no bueno.
Lap 2.
Oh, but Doctorfeesh. Oh, you hate to see that. So what likely happened there? He can actually buffer barrel rolls, and I think he buffered one too many and went back in bounds. Because once you're in the barrel roll, you cannot do anything until it is over. So you cannot change direction. And just the struggles right now. Went back in bounds, bumped, and missed going back out of bounds again. That is a huge time loss. And meanwhile, BlueSox just completely taking the lead here. I don't think he did any mistake with that hot top.
Trophy
He's gonna move on to the second
Whale
trophy.
Bay.
And we're gonna have the first hover track, Whale Bay. You're gonna see the player just wiggle around left to right, what we call snaking. You do go quite a bit faster by doing that, because every time you turn an old R, you get a still boost, and so we abuse that by snaking left and right. Though BlueSox right now taking it really easy. Often you're gonna see players not snake that much because it actually hurts quite a bit to do with the thumb. And unless you're like a super tryhard, you don't always snake all the time. But yeah, keeping it clean. Sure. And going up the well is a bit faster than going around the ship. The way the well works is it goes up if either you and the AI are near the well, it's gonna go up. And so if you're on a really good pace for this track, on the third lap, the well will already be up because of the AI. You can just boost up the well. But on the other laps, you cannot do that because the well is down. And you have to you have to go near it so that it goes up. And at that point, using the boost isn't pretty worth it. But yeah, I think it was about 14 seconds difference. I don't remember if that's... Feesh might have got like 1 or 2 seconds of BlueSox, because he was quite a bit behind. Ball player making it over the little gap, the little jump. But Feesh bunking on the finish line. Oh, I'm missing the zipper. It's actually pretty hard. This track is like a lot of tight corners and walls to avoid. It's just like super hard in general. Because, you know, the other craft, on top of like having to snake and all, it's actually pretty awkward to control. Especially with tight turns, for sure. Yeah, good job from BlueSox. And I think Doctorfeesh might have caught up a bit. We'll see. We'll see pretty soon. It's about a 9-second gap now, and it was 15 before Perret Lagoon, so I might have missed something. It's a big gap that's Feesh is currently making up. And BlueSox bunking into the ship, as well as Doctorfeesh, but I think Feesh had less of a bad bunk. So depending on like how you hit the wall, sometimes it takes more time to recover the speed than others. BlueSox keeping it clean around the corner, but oh, Doctorfeesh is going a bit too far. And spamming those missiles. It's actually pretty hard to do the little shortcut at the end. If you want to keep all your speed while going around that corner, it's extremely precise. If you slow down, you can slow down a little bit to make it easier, but obviously you usually try to go as fast as you can. But yeah, it's pretty hard. And no, Doctorfeesh had caught up, but got stuck. Like I said, if you try to keep your speed around that corner, it can backfire pretty easily. Extremely precise turn. And yeah, I think it's about a 5-second difference now, so Doctorfeesh making up that time for sure.
Lap 2.
A very good lap from Feesh. It's about 2 seconds now. This race is getting really close again. Oh, but Feesh, every time that he gets close, does a massive mistake. Right into the water, killed all the speed. Still in the race though, not too far behind. So about, I would say, 3-4 second difference. So there again, just a tiny bit better for Feesh. After 2 trophies, they're pretty much, you know, neck to neck at this point. It's really good to see.
Trophy race. Everfrost Peak.
And then now I'm going to go to Everfrost Peak, which is one of the more difficult tracks, especially for playing tracks at least. And we're going to see a couple bonks. It really is not easy to go fast here. The best strat would be to just boost and barrel all over the track and never use the A button. Because in playing it slows you down if you use A and barrel at the same time. But if you do that, it is so easy to just do a mistake and then lose 5 seconds. Oh, and Feesh just hitting the tree actually wasn't that bad of a bonk for some reason. Okay, you're gonna see a mixture of using the balloons, the ground zipper, the air zippers, and barrels. This track is just full of boost, for sure. Oh, and BlueSox with the bonk, and Feesh right on the tail of BlueSox, and they're pretty much neck to neck now. We might see a change in lead. Oh, wow. BlueSox is ahead by like 0.2 seconds. Holy crap, that is really cool. Just both would like bonk and then take the lead back, and it's crazy. Alright, let's see how this Water Scope goes. Near the end of the lap, there's gonna be some ice, and if the player hit the ice, they will lose all their speed, and that will ender their race for sure. But right now, Feesh seems to have taken the lead. Oh, as I talked about, BlueSox just hit a little bit of ice, lost a bunch of speed. And now it went from BlueSox being quite comfortable in the lead, and now Doctorfeesh just made it all the way back. And yeah, so far very strong water scope from Doctorfeesh. Oh, but misses the zipper, but at least doesn't hit the ice. No, hitting the ice is probably a lot more of a problem than missing the zipper. Yo, the bonk. Oh, but that was a little weird. You kinda clipped the snow there. Oh, and he got sniped. Oh wow, that was the craziest snipe though. Shoutouts to Bumper. Oh, but BlueSox hitting more highs. Yeah, that was a very rough track for BlueSox, unfortunately. Now that means Doctorfeesh is now in the lead by about 10 seconds. So you know the table has changed. It went from BlueSox running away with it, and now it seems like it's the other way around. But BlueSox with more bonks.
Lap 2.
Oh, and right into the snowball. Oh, you hate to see that. The snowball. That's why you always try to avoid the snowball. Like if you boost into them, you just get destroyed. Unfortunately, on the lap 2 especially, and lap 2 and 3, they're usually always in the bad position. And they can be very annoying, and if you hit them, that's what happens. And yeah, Feesh, meanwhile, in the zone, for sure.
Frosty Village.
The clock isn't a cheat code. Actually, you unlock DT by beating his time trial times. And then the E gets unlocked. And yeah, he's actually a lot better than the other characters in this game. So that's why you're gonna see everybody use TT pretty much.
Power up.
And Fish being smart and uses the shield. So on the second lap, there's actually a high chance of the AI just dropping stuff on the way. And that's why you're gonna see most of the time runners get the shield balloon. BlueSox either opting not to go for it or missed it. But both runner with no AI dropping anything in their way. Oh, except that spike ball that somehow we avoided. I'm not too sure how that didn't hit him, but it didn't for some reason. No, we take those. Oh, but hitting that one in the tunnel. And then meanwhile, Doctorfeesh already done with the track and starting the other trophy. You know, after that atrocious hot tub volcano, he's really been just gaming. Been giving it his all for sure. And I'm gonna see Boulder Cast. I was about to say Boulder Castle, but it's Boulder Canyon.
Boulder Canyon.
Which, by the way, the Japanese name for it is River Castle, I believe, which is a sick name. Yeah, very technical track. You don't want to hit any of the logs because you can get absolutely destroyed by the logs. There is no in-game music because this game is very laggy with music, and unfortunately, or fortunately, however you see it, boosts actually get affected by lag, and so the least amount of lag you have, the more speed the boost will give you, and so most runners prefer to not use music because it saves quite a few seconds over the run. Yeah, Doctorfeesh is pretty solid Boulder Canyon for sure. But you know, both runners coming up on probably the most important track in this speedrun, which is Wimble Plains, which is gonna be after Greenwood Village. I don't think BlueSox goes for the out of bounds, but I do think Doctorfeesh knows it. But I do not know if he's gonna go for it. BlueSox having a little of trouble at the end. Oh, and the log. Okay, that log could have been a problem, but it just squeezed through.
Greenwood Village.
And yeah, so at the beginning, I don't know if Doctorfeesh did it, but at the beginning of the second lap, there's a high chance of having items right at the beginning of the tunnel. And usually we'll see runner use the shield to avoid them, but some do not take the shield, like myself, but it's pretty risky. BlueSox opting for the shield, but there was no item this time around. AI actually being pretty nice. Usually you see like 2 spike ball and just a bunch of stuff in the way, but they're being pretty cool this time around. Oh, but hitting that spike ball. And Doctorfeesh going for the out of bounds. Ooh, but misses this and just slamming right into the wall. So, as you can probably expect, that's actually a big time loss. The out of bounds saves about 30 seconds. Oh, but and another bonk. It's actually quite deceptive, but there's actually like a little wall sticking out at that point. And he barreled straight into it.
Windmill Plains.
don't know if he's gonna try again. Seems like he's trying again. The other strat. Oh, never mind. He just kept his balloon. And BlueSox will try, I think. If BlueSox can get that out of bounds, that will be very big. Oh, never mind. He also kept that tornado. I've never seen people going inbounds and keeping that balloon before. Because usually when you keep that balloon for so long, you try to go out of bounds. So, interesting strat from both runners.
Lap 2.
Doctorfeesh making it all the way to Hollywood's very technical track. They've done very well. Hollywood's absolutely insane. But often in the ATR, you're gonna have the AI troll you. It's very rare that you don't get somewhat impacted by the AI. Yeah, ooh, so far a lot of bonks. So 20 laps isn't so good. Bunch of bonking going on. And BlueSox finally done with the windmill planes. They move on to Hollywood as well. About a 46-second lead right now from Doctorfeesh. So it really turned all the way, like a complete 180 from the first trophy, for sure. And Feesh done with Haunted Woods, so there's only one trophy left, which have some of the hardest track in the game. So, you know, anything can happen for sure. Though I would say it would be very hard for Doctorfeesh to lose all that lead. But it is certainly possible if he gets a very bad Space Sally, or if he misses the out of bounds in the very last track. Uh, 28, 27. I don't think he is. Yeah, it will be very hard. Probably looking for like an I-28, 29 for the Doctorfeesh. And the BlueSox making his way to future Honda. So Space Sally, despite being a plane track, is full of like really tight, you know, section. And as you probably know, doing barrel rolls is how you usually go fast in plane. And doing these barrel rolls in those really small sections, like tight sections, is actually really challenging. Extremely easy to just bonk.
Lap 2.
Doctorfeesh with I think a 128, so that's pretty good. That's about what I was getting yesterday. And up to Dark Moon Cavern. Oof, and right off the bat bonk. Oh, and BlueSox straight into the rock. Just use all the speed. That's one thing you have to watch out on that track. The rocks can be extremely detrimental. Oh, and Doctorfeesh with even more bonking. And even more bonking. I guess that just shows of why some player in the community do call this track gathering. I think Peaks is the one that started using that term. Because I think bonking cavern is definitely very accurate. Just a very hard terrain to navigate. It's just so bumpy, and there's a lot of stuff, of walls, and just weird stuff. Pretty decent lap from BlueSox. Oh, and Doctorfeesh bunking right at the end. Coming up 151. That is a rough one. Probably had about 3-4 bonks left. But you know, sometimes that's how Darkman goes.
Final lap. Power up.
Alright, and BlueSox wrapping up his Dark Moon. Both player having quite some trouble on it. Oh, and look at that amount of spike balls on Doctorfeesh's screen. It was like at 3 or 4 spike balls right at the last turn there. It's kinda insane. And Doctorfeesh with a very solid lead going into the last track. Let's see if he can finish strong with the out of bounds.
Lap 2.
So Japanese version only out of bounds coming up. So this is why you've been seeing runners play on the Japanese version. So he's gonna take the balloon for safety because this room is full of lasers, and he's just gonna go and get right in the hole here and go out of bounds. Very simple and straightforward out of bounds, and just Doctorfeesh going swag mode with the triple loop. Not sure what that was about, but just enjoying doing some loopy loop. And as you can see, out of bounds, you just have to hit the main checkpoints, and there's only 3 in this lap, so you just go in the triangle, hit all of them. And it's gonna come home with 28-48. Nice job from Doctorfeesh. BlueSox. I was looking away for 2 seconds. I don't know if he went for out of bounds or not. I think I heard him not miss it, unfortunately. But yeah, you're gonna see, you know, Doctorfeesh I think did it in about a minute. You're gonna see how much slower it is to not go out of bounds. And like how important it is to get those. So he's gonna try again and succeed this time. So he's gonna be saving a little bit of that time.
Hello.
Hey, Doctor.
Hey, what's up, Bio?
Just 1 second as we finish BlueSox's race.
Of course.
With a little, delay on the restream. So it's gonna be coming up on time very soon. With a 30:28. So yeah, some great start from BlueSox. I had the lead about 20 seconds, but
Yeah,
in the end,
my
Doctorfeesh coming up.
my dyno was trash, like even for my standards. But I had a lot of problems. Obviously, Hot Top was not good, but I kind of figured that I could rally, especially knowing that I had a couple of tracks that I could probably just gain some good time on. I had some really good races. Most of my hey, okay, it looks like BlueSox is here too. Hello.
Hey,
Hello. Congrats on the win.
Hey, thanks.
so yeah, I guess we're gonna start. Start with the winner. How did you feel about it? We already talked a little bit about the down domain and what went. So, how did you feel when all that stuff happened in the Hot Tub Volcano? Like, how did it affect you?
I was really shaken by it for like I was shaken by it. But I knew that I had two really strong. I had like two tracks that I thought I could get some pretty good times on in the hovercraft, and when like pretty much most of Sherbet went not so good, that was really tough. But I managed to pull off some nice tracks towards the end, like the 118 on Boulder Canyon, 115 Greenwood. I did go for the windmill planes out of bounds, but I didn't get it, which I think I would have to go back and see exactly why I missed it.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. I think it were a tiny bit too high.
Okay,
I think
makes sense.
I'm not too sure. It looked fine. Like it could have worked. But,
Yeah.
Sometimes the game just doesn't give it.
Yeah, but what really made me happy was the 128 Space Dust, because my last race I think I got like a 138 or a 139, but this time I was able to pull off two good laps, and pretty much just that was my best Space Dust I think I've ever had, so that was really nice.
Yeah, it looked pretty clean for sure.
Yeah. And then Dark Moon was Dark Moon. Yeah, that's something I have to learn. I haven't gone through every track and just kind of worked on them individually. I've worked on a few, but like Dark Moon's one of those that I need to get better at. Star City, I had some difficulties with with that first zipper, or with the second zipper in the city. I didn't even hit it once. But overall, I'm satisfied with the 28. I was happy to put on somewhat of a good show for everybody.
Yeah, great. So to move on to BlueSox, I don't know if you knew, but you had about a 20-second lead after Hot Top, and you got a great start, and then stuff happened after. How do you feel about your race?
Overall, I thought it went fairly well for me. I'm running against splits that are only times that I've run this year, because I took over a year off from the game, and this was actually, since I've returned, over a minute PB. So, I'll take that as a sign that I'm getting back. I had a 31:36 was my best run so far this year. So, a 30:28 is pretty good. And, obviously there's a lot that I still need to clean up, but that went fairly well. I had a rough stretch from like Crescent Island to the end of Snowflake, and then obviously missing the spaceport clip hurt. But
Yeah, he went pretty far ahead, and then after Christian Island, Doctorfeesh just track just kept saving a few seconds over you, and then eventually passed you on Walrus Cove that you took the lead on.
Yeah, I had a good walrus actually. That was pretty okay.
But
Yeah, I think I went into the ice twice on that, so that was not good.
Yeah, it was quite a rough run to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, for like quite a while, you guys were like neck to neck, and it was really cool to see.
Bio, how do you feel about seeing? I got shot twice within 5 seconds on Fossil Canyon.
Oh yeah.
I got shot doing palm jump.
Yeah, in the air or something. I just saw you like flipping in the air. I was like, what happened?
Yeah, so I hit a beautiful like big boost for palm jump, and I figured I had to go a little wider because I was going wider just based off the trajectory. And I think Drumstick or Bumper, one of those characters shot me when I was off the palm jump. And then when I was in the tunnel, I got shot again, which was interesting because there didn't seem to be any reason for them to do that. And I think I got hit one other time with a missile, but that was it.
Yeah, that was some really unfortunate stuff at the beginning.
Yeah,
I know someone got sniped by Bumper at some point. I don't remember who.
I don't think I got shot at all this race.
Oh, so that was me then.
I hit a couple of mines, but I don't think I actually took a rocket.
I got shot one other time. I don't remember where it was.
Was probably Bumper, but
yeah,
like I remember seeing Bumper with like an insane snipe.
Yeah,
I don't remember which one of you was, but there was an insane.
And I wouldn't even I don't remember the second track I got hit on besides Fossil Canyon, but
yeah, I'll have to watch it back because the weirdest thing that happened to me was I bumped into nothing in Crescent Island in the ship. I was like dead center of the track and just bonked. There was nothing there.
Okay.
Yeah, the ship is pretty weird sometimes.
I wonder if I like bounced and hit the ceiling or something.
Maybe.
That would be a weird one. But
I don't know how low that ceiling is or not. So
it's pretty high.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't know. Maybe it's just DKR being DKR. Sometimes there's no explanation. Stuff goes wrong.
Yeah.
Just because it wants to.
Yep.
But yeah,
also that bump right before the zipper, the infamous bump on Crescent Island, it got me 2 of the laps, but that's just sort of expected.
I went too fast a couple of times for that corner turn. Yeah.
Gotta hold up on the controller.
Yep.
At least that happens less often for sure. Alright, well, there's gonna be a race in 20 minutes between, I think it's BlueSox and someone else.
Joe D'Amelio.
Joe, yep.
Joe, okay, so I guess we're gonna wrap this up for now.
Yep.
And be back for the next race in 20 minutes. So, anything you guys want to say?
Thank you for commentating. Thank you for the race, and thanks to everyone for watching.
Yeah, thanks to everyone, and I'll see you in 20 minutes.
Well, thanks you guys for racing, and yeah, I'll be back in 20 minutes, so stay tuned.
Yep. See ya.